we're doing the Northern Territory, and this is my team. I'm Noelle. I'm Kayla. I'm Morgan. I'm Abby.
Chris. Ian. I'm Brandon.
And I'm Miss Shanice.
History of the Northern Territory. In 1824, it was settled as a territory that became part of New South Wales. In 1860, small amounts of gold were found. In 1872, large amounts of gold were found in Pine Creek. During the year 1873, the Mining Act of 1873 was established to allocate mining leases and divide them into districts. January 1st, 1911, the Northern Territory became part of the Commonwealth of Australia.
The Northern Territory is about 548,000 square miles, which is about 1/6 of Australia's total area. The population is about 243,000, and the Stewart Desert Road is the territory's flower, and the Northern Territory's animal is the red kangaroo. The most spoken languages in the Northern Territory are English, Filipino, Greek, and Mandarin. Okay. The flag has three official colors, or has the three official territory colors on it, which are black, orange, and white. The stars over there represent the Southern Cross constellation, and the rose here represents the desert rose, which is the territory's flower, and it has 7 petals and a 7-pointed star in the center to symbolize the 6 Australian states in the Northern Territory.
Culture and customs, shout out to the crew. Northern Australia has historically tight borders, like the rest of Australia, due to illegal immigration from the Philippines. The largest Aboriginal population is in Northern Australia, and an Aboriginal belief system called Dreamtime is a concept in which it connects spiritual ancestry and animal ancestry of the spirit together in like this religious kind of belief. And there are a lot of contemporary and Aboriginal art galleries throughout the entirety of Northern Territory.
The Uluru Constitution National Park is a world-renowned sandstone monolith, 348 meters in height, and is covered in various indigenous people and carvings and pictures. Kakadu National Park is an enormous biodiverse nature reserve with wetlands, rivers, and sandstone experiments. It started with the efforts of Aboriginal people and the government. Darwin is the capital of the Northern Territory, and it's the gateway to Kakadu National Park. The Aboriginals have found home in Kakadu for more than 50,000 years. The desert rose and the red kangaroo are found in the Northern Territory along with the black-footed rock wallaby, also known as a long.
The government of the Northern Territory operates according to the Westminster system. The Westminster system is a form of parliamentary government based on the United Kingdoms. The Northern Territory has an internal self-government since 1978. It does not have full legislative powers and independence. Statehood indoctrination is held on the issue in 1998, but its proposal was narrowly declined. The current head of government is the Chief Minister, Adam Giles, and the country of the Country Liberal Party, and the current leader of the opposition Australian Labour Party is Bella Laurie. The territory is represented by the Commonwealth Parliament by 2 members of the House of Representatives, the Division of Solomon and the Division of Ligurian, and 2 members of the Senate. The Northern government is also part of the Council of Australian Governments.
So before I start narrating my story, I just want to say that this is Bunyip, and it's basically the swamp creature, much like an Irish leprechaun. It eats small children and women. And the most famous account of the Bunyip is that of the frog man and his wife. Down in the billabong, the head of the frogman was concealed among the reeds. The hunter was hunting for frogs to feed his little trap. The frogman stood up, shivering a little in the cool night breeze. He tied his catch to his girdle and was about to wade ashore where his wife was waiting for him when he saw a vast gray shape loom out of the swamp. It was a bunyip, the dreadful monster of the marsh and billabong. He waded through the shallow water in frenzied haste towards the bank. His wife had also seen the bunyip. She pulled him to his feet, but as she did so, the bunyip stretched out his long arm and his claws closed around her body. Her husband caught her by the arm and tried to save her, but the bunyip lifted her up, tucked her under his arm, and disappeared into the darkness. The man was desperate. He plunged into the water and waded through the rushes, but they had closed passage. As soon as it was light next morning, the frogman gathered a supply of the little creatures who were his totem and tied them to a long pole which he stuck in the mud. That will fetch the bunyip, the frogman thought. Morning after morning, the frogman baited his trap, but never once did he catch sight of the bunyip. But at length, his patience was rewarded. It was early morning. The young husband was about to end his lonely vigil when a huge sheet parted the veils of mist, and the bunyip reached out his claws to take the frogs. Behind it, the young woman followed with vacant eyes, dirty and unkempt, with their hair straggling down her face. The frogman threw his spear at the monster. It sank into the soft flesh so that only the end of the handle was showing. The bunyip groaned and threw the frogs at his aggressor. One of them hit the frogman in the eye, blinding him in that eye. He still had his throwing stick. He hurled it at the bunyip and had the satisfaction of seeing it disappear into one of the bunyip's eyes. The creature turned around shrieking with pain and blundered back the way it had come. The frogman reached for his wife, but to his astonishment, the young woman took no notice, but followed the bunyip into the mist. Her husband ran after her. The woman followed close at the monster's heels, for the bunyip had cast a spell over her, which bound her closely to him. They reached the far side of the billabong. The bunyip heaved itself out of the water and began to climb a gum tree. It reached the top, sat on a branch, and glared down at the frogman with its single baleful eye. The young woman stood at the foot of the tree as though petrified. The frogman held out his arms, beckoning his wife to follow. She put out her arms, but could not move her feet, which appeared to be frozen to the ground. She took a step towards her and suddenly stood still. He had come within the circle of power that bound his wife to the bunyip. He was unable to move. Day turned to night, night to day, and the petrified bodies of the frogman and his wife stood like gaunt stumps of trees, arms stretched outwards towards each other in longing, while far above them a single eye of the bunyip glared from the leaves of the tree. Then came a great storm, great winds, which overthrew the gum tree. The frogman and his wife were reunited once more at the bunyip end.
What do the stars form on the Northern Territory flag? Holly.
The Southern Cross constellation.
Wow. Supposed to have homework already. Yes. When is the Northern Territory becoming internal self-government? Topic.
1978.
What knocked over the bunyip? Let's see. Casey. Did. So good.
And then this is our team photo.